9 teams that are most likely to trade up in the first round of this upcoming draft. Now, again, good chance that we do trade down from the 17th overall pick. And we trade back because we need draft picks, right? We have a lot of positions we need to cover, and we only have 6 draft picks. So because of that, there are situations where we could trade back and potentially stockpile picks, get the guy we want anyway, but later on, and get way more picks. So, starting off right away, the Browns and or the Giants. So, the Browns have the 2nd overall pick, and the Giants have the 3rd. But most of the time when I'm saying the Giants or Browns trading up, it's not that they're trading up for the first round. They're actually trading back into the first round. So we talked about this a little while ago with StripePipe.com. They suggested the Browns would trade back into the first round, trade for all pick, so they could take Jackson Dart, so the Steelers couldn't get him. We'll have to wait and see. I don't think we're going to trade with the Brownies, to be honest, and get them back in the first round. But the Giants are an interesting one. Now, the Giants only have 1 first-round pick, so if we did trade with them, in theory, we would be, again, losing that first-round option, which is that 5th-year option that's very, very important in the end. So that's the only issue with trading down for either team. Honestly, either team here would be losing that 5th-year option. Both of these teams are going to want a quarterback, and there's a good chance that both of them do not take a quarterback at 2 and 3. Browns will probably take Travis Hunter, and the Giants probably take Abdul Carter. So, Jackson Dart and Jalen Milroe, Sanders also, there's a good chance that one of these teams trade back in. We could be the team that does it, but again, then we would be dropping, we'd be dropping 15, 16, 17, 18 picks. We would have to get a haul. I mean, if we're dropping 18 picks for the Giants here, because I don't think we're doing the Browns, we better get a haul for that. We better get like 3 or 4 picks for that. That's ridiculous. But Patriots are another team that could be trading up in this upcoming draft, which, again, for pick 4, there's not many players I think they would be trading up when it comes to pick 4. It's not hard to envision them then moving up from the top of the 2nd round into the tail end of the 1st. Yeah, so that's kind of the same mentality here, is they're going to trade up from the 2nd round back into the 1st. Now, with us, we do have the 17th overall pick, which kind of also makes it a little bit weird for teams to trade from the 2nd back to the 1st. Because unless they're looking for a quarterback like the Brownies would be, this is not the draft where you need to trade back into the 1st and get inside the top 20. Like, it is okay to trade back into the 1st and be in like the 25 to 32 range, right? You get that 5th-year option, and you don't have to worry about giving up too much. So the Patriots, they did trade back. I don't think they would trade back for a said player that would be so important that they would try to get our 17th overall pick. They would probably try to talk with the Texans or the Rams or the Ravens, one of those teams. Saints, next one on the docket. Again, we're talking about 2nd round, trading up. They should not be interested in trading up, but that's been true for the Saints before. They've done it anyway. You can't put it in the past to do it again, especially if it doesn't make sense. Yeah, I mean, they have the 9th overall pick. I think right now everyone thinks they're going to take Sanders at 9. They could trade back up for extra offensive line. I don't know yet. That's an interesting one. Tyler Booker, maybe, they trade back up for. 49ers at pick 11. They're not gonna get Abdul Carter, so this would be trading up just for the aspect of, hey, let's trade up and see if we can get one of these top 10 prospects. Houston Texans. This is actually the first team that actually makes sense for us to realistically trade with. Out of all the teams so far, I was not expecting this list to have teams. I mean, obviously, this list is not designated around us, right? It's not. But I really wouldn't expect many teams to trade up who are already in the top 5 or top 10. Usually it's teams outside of the top 10 that trade into the top 10, but you never know. Texans are an interesting team. We could trade back with them. It would be trading back 8th spots, and we could get like an additional second round pick from it, which wouldn't be a bad idea in the slightest. So that would be the first team I would not mind trading back with. I think it would be a pretty good option. Then they have the Bills, Chiefs, and Eagles. Eagles would be interesting. I think we would trade with the Bills or the Eagles because that's 13 spots back or 15 spots back. The Chiefs, I would say, oh, there's no way in heck we'd ever trade back with the Kansas City Chiefs. But we would. We did it 2 years ago, and that's how we got Brad Robbins. We traded back, got Jordan Battle 3 spots later, and ended up getting Brad Robbins in the end. So there is a chance that we end up doing that potentially again. I don't know if we would trade with the Chiefs in the first round because that's kind of where the Buffalo Bills like to do it, you know? And we don't want to step on the Buffalo Bills' toes here because they love trading with the Chiefs in the first round. To be honest, we're in a weird spot for this draft because looking at the teams, again, Texans are a team that would trade up. But other than that, I mean, we're not going to trade up with the Ravens. The Lions, Rams, Commanders, Bills, Chiefs, and Eagles. We're probably not going to trade up with the Chiefs. I don't think the Eagles are going to trade up personally. I don't think they're going to because I think they like the roster they have. And there's no one I think they're going to trade up to desperately get. The Bills could trade up. Potentially. I feel like the Bills, the Texans, for us, a realistic trade up for us, I could see these 3 teams trading up. These 3 teams right here. The Texans, the Lions, and the Bills. That would work out a contract or work out a deal with us. But my overall goal, what I would like to see happen, I would like us to drop to like pick 22 or 23. That's where I would like us to drop to. That would be, it's not that many picks down. It's 5-6 picks down. And in the end, we end up getting someone, who's still really good, but we get an extra second, third round pick. Or maybe we get a stack of picks later on in day 3. That's where I would like to trade down to. But we'll have to wait and see. Tell me down below your thoughts, opinions. See you guys next one.